Another big story tonight. In about a week, there will be no more eviction protection for tenants, and that is especially hard on the many people who are out of work due to the pandemic. As Erica Ferrando explains, anyone at risk of eviction is now encouraged to speak to their landlord.
In just over a week,
I'm not looking forward to this at all.
A surge of evictions is expected in New Orleans and across the country.
I hate to see the possibility of families being put on the street and going through an eviction, especially when we're going through this medical pandemic right now. You know, this is another pandemic that might fall upon the city of New Orleans.
First City Court Clerk Badon is preparing his office now for the influx starting August 25th. That's when the 30-day notice ends since the CARES Act expired.
How many evictions are you expecting to be filed that week?
You know, a lot. I can tell you that I've had one resident agent who has basically told me he's bringing 250 evictions. So I'm going to extend hours, and I'm also training staff to be able to handle the increased workload that I'm anticipating.
The clock is ticking, so Badon says now is the time for tenants who are at risk of eviction to speak with their landlords.
Try to set up a payment plan, try to work with their landlords on doing something as far as paying them something, because I understand both sides. The landlords are in a tough situation as well. They're afraid of losing their property.
The city of New Orleans is still accepting applications for its rental assistance program, but funding is limited and will go to households with the greatest needs.
What this situation calls for is creative policy solutions. The solution is not throwing renters out onto the street.
Davita Finger is Associate Dean of Students at Loyola College of Law. She's urging for new policies to protect renters and assist landlords during the pandemic.
We need to be pragmatic about this and say that creating a city of homeless people is not the right way to approach this.
Are you expecting any policies or any action to be taken in the next week or so?
With a coalition of advocates, we have continued to call for a new moratorium on evictions to take place. We hope that our policymakers at the state level, at the city level, will listen.
Lawmakers would have to act fast as current protections end in just over a week. Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.